Euros. It's kind of not wanting to let go of their hits,
Yes,
but
yes.
even I think they are also having issues with Koulibaly. They do not want to let him go and all of that.
Yes.
So Napoli are really in a tight corner at the moment. They want to keep their own. They are going to play in the Champions League next season, and they want to make sure that the best legs they have already coming into this this campaign would be something they can be hopeful that can get them something going forward.
All right, and now moving to rugby, where Namibia have qualified for the 2023 Rugby World Cup with a 36 win over Kenya in the Rugby Africa Cup final. They will join host France, New Zealand, Italy and Uruguay in Pool A of the tournament, which will take place next autumn. It will be Namibia's 7th successive appearance in the finals, having competed at every World Cup since 1999. However, they have lost all 22 matches they have played in the tournament. What are we expecting from Team Namibia?
When it comes to rugby, the nations in Africa that are doing us proud, South Africa and Namibia, good teams when it comes to rugby, and I'm not surprised they are going to make the African continent very, very proud down there at the World Rugby Tournament.
All right, now moving to tennis. Elena Rybakina defeated Ons Jabeur to secure the 2022 Wimbledon women's single title on Saturday. The 17th seed came from a set down to win 3-6, 6-2, 6-2 for her first ever Grand Slam title in under 2 hours on center court. The 23-year-old player became the first Kazakh player to capture a Grand Slam singles title. Jabeur, world number 3 in women's tennis, was the first Tunisian and Arab player to reach a Grand Slam final.
Mixed feelings again for me. I wanted to Jabeur to actually. What do you think of that? I wanted Jabeur to have actually becoming the first African to win a Grand Slam, but of course it wasn't to be, and Elena had to steal the day.
Well, of course, we saw her journey from the beginning of the competition up to the finals yesterday. We saw how she professionally outclassed other players. Of course, she defeated several world's greatest tennis players, and of course creating history for her own country, and of course the Arab region, becoming the first woman ever to attain that feat. But many expected that she would have won that particular competition to make it her first ever. But it was so sad that she had to be defeated in that particular one.
Really sad, really sad. But there's happiness somewhere.
Where is that?
Talking about Novak Djokovic.
All right, let's talk about Novak Djokovic then, who has won his 7th Wimbledon title and 21st Grand Slam crown on Sunday with a 4-set triumph over Nick Kyrgios, whose challenge angrily unraveled after a blistering start. Top seed Djokovic won 4-6, 6-3, 6-4, 7-6 to equal Peter Sampras' mark of 7 titles at the All England club and move within one of the men's record of 8 held by Roger Federer. The 35-year-old Serb is now 1 slam ahead of Federer in the all-time race and just 1 behind Rafael Nadal's record of 22 majors. He is also just the 4th man in the European era to win 4 successful Wimbledon titles after Federer, Sampras and Bjorn Borg.
Record shattered, record broken, record needs to be set even more. And of course, this is just what we are seeing. The greatest when it comes to tennis now in the open era, Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer. No one comes close.
All right, of course, talking about closeness, now we're going to Chelsea, where Chelsea have agreed a free fee with Manchester City for England winger Raheem Sterling. The deal is worth up to £50 million, including add-ons, and Sterling is set to arrive at Stamford Bridge on a 5-year contract with an option of further year. Sterling will need to complete a medical before the deal is announced. The 27-year-old has 1 year left on his contract at City and attracted interest from major clubs overseas. City signed Sterling from Liverpool in a £49 million deal in 2015, and he went on to score 131 goals in 339 appearances.
5-year deal is a lot, and even to further it, but it's a lot for me. But whichever way Sterling to further boost the attack for Chelsea, it's a very, very good call. But the question is, who would he be pairing up in the attack line? Probably we might get to see Kai Havertz go back to his force now.
Yes. All right. I think that's the much we can take on today's edition of our sports recap on Hughes TV. I am Aina Lubem, and it was a pleasure being your host.
And I am Daniel Obasi.
Thank you for watching.